Namaste. In this session, we are going to look at the F beta score, and this is the part 4 of this confusion matrix series. Now, in the previous tutorial, in the part 3, we saw some issues with the F1 score, and one of them was that it was giving equal importance to both precision and recall, which is not really the case in real life scenarios because the cost of false positives and false negatives are different in different scenarios. So, we will address that issue now. Now, F beta score is a generalized form of F1 score with beta is equal to 1. So, if you look at the formula, it is 1 plus beta squared times precision times recall divided by beta squared times precision plus recall. Now, one thing to notice is that this beta squared term is only multiplied with the precision term here, and recall is independent of that. F beta score is important when both precision and recall are fairly important, but one is just a little bit more important than the other. Okay. Now, if we want to give precision more weight than recall, or if precision is more important than recall, then we would let beta to be less than 1. And if we want to give recall more importance than precision, then we would let beta to be greater than 1. Now, one way to remember this beta value is by looking at this table. Now, if you see, I have this P of for precision, I have this R for recall, and this Q is just here because it is lying between P and R in the alphabetical order, and we just assign this Q column value to be beta is equal to 1, and anything less than 1 beta, that would imply that we want to give precision more weight, and anything greater than 1 beta value would imply that we want to give recall more weight. Okay, now this 0.5 and 2 are the standard values for giving precision and recall more weight. Now if you want to give recall more weight, you can go for beta is equal to 10 or 20, but 2 is a standard value and 0.5 is a standard value for giving precision more weight. Okay, now in our case, precision was 0.78, recall was 0.45 and F1 score was 0.57. Now if you want to give precision more weight than recall, then we would input beta is equal to 0.5, and when we do that, our F0.5 score now turns out to be 0.685, and it has been inflated with respect to the F1 score of 0.57 because now I'm telling my classifier that you need to give precision more weight in your calculations. So if the classifier finds that I have a high precision, then it would correspondingly increase my F score to tell me that, well, you did well on your precision and hence I am giving you bonus points for your good job. Now if you want to give recall more weight than precision, then I would use the beta is equal to 2 value, and my F2 score now turns out to be 0.494. So why it has been deflated with respect to the F1 score? That is because I have a very meager or a very ordinary recall value, right, of 0.45. So my F score is now penalizing me for having such a low recall value, and especially after I have told my classifier that recall needs to be given more weight. So it is basically telling us, well, you want to give recall more weight, but your recall is very poor, and hence I am giving you a low score. So this can be an eye opener or a wake up call that we need to change our classifier or we need to try a different algorithm, etc. Now one question that would have come to your mind is that when to give precision more importance than recall and vice versa. Well, it really depends. The first case, if we have a case where minimizing the false positives is more important than minimizing the false negatives, then we would prioritize precision over recall. So for example, it is super important to not let a good email or a negative case be classified as spam, right? Because you do not want a good email to go into the spam box, because we hardly ever check our spam box. So a good email, if a good email lands in the spam box, that would lead to loss of information, which is not ideal. So we need to reduce the falsely spam cases, and since spam is the positive case, we need to basically reduce the false positive cases, right? So if we reduce the false positive cases, then the precision will increase, and hence in this case we will give precision more weight than recall, and we will let beta to be less than 1. Next case, if we have a case where minimizing the false negatives is more important than minimizing the false positives, then we would prioritize recall over precision. For example, it is super important to not let a dangerous weapon pass a security check and be classified as safe, right? Because a dangerous weapon is a positive case and a safe item or a safe product is a negative case. So when I say safe, I mean it can be a scissor, or it can be a comb, or a shampoo bottle, or and a dangerous weapon, it can be any dangerous weapon which can cause harm to life. So it is important to not let a dangerous weapon pass a security check, right? So we need to reduce the number of falsely safe cases, or to say we need to reduce the number of false negative cases. And when we reduce the number of false negatives, we are basically increasing our recall value, and hence we need to let beta to be greater than 1 to tell a classifier that we want to give recall more importance than precision in this case. And we wouldn't mind if we classify a scissor or a comb as a dangerous item. Those items will be cleared at the second stage of checking whether they are really dangerous or not. But what we really want is not to let a dangerous item be classified as safe. So hence we let beta to be greater than 1.